7th grade at the latest, because I know as somebody who taught 7th grade math here my very first year, I know that I taught order of operations to 7th graders. So hopefully this is stuff that you already know. To simplify an expression means to perform all the indicated operations. So an expression can have multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. We can have square roots. We can have exponents. We can have all kinds of different things. We can have grouping symbols. We can have things inside of things inside of things. Whether it's in this class or another math class later on, just because some of them begin to, geometry and algebra 2 become intertangled, and we'll learn the same things in geometry as algebra 2 as algebra 3. And so we have questions that are like Russian nesting dolls. How many of you know what a Russian nesting doll is? Kind of. It's like, where you've got the big doll and inside of it is the smaller doll and inside of that is the smaller doll. We have questions like that inside of math, and they get really complicated. Now, it may be all numbers and things that, addition, subtraction, all things that we can do, but knowing what to do and when to do it is sometimes the tricky thing. And so simplify an expression could produce multiple answers without rules concerning the order in which operations are performed. I don't know if you've ever seen this show up on your Facebook feed or news feed. I see it all the time where, somebody will have, an unsolvable 98% of people can't solve this math question. It'll be something like it has an addition, a subtraction, and a multiplication sign, and most people get it wrong. It's like, well, this is a simple order of operations question, and I'll see, in a month I might see 10 of those show up on Facebook where, somebody's posting this, seemingly or supposed to be a really hard math question, and I think it's hard for most people just simply because they don't know this. All right, they want to work from left to right, and they're not following the rules. So to avoid confusion, what mathematicians have done is that they've agreed to use the order of operations. It is a set of rules simplifying expressions. So we only have, I think, one more slide to look at, which is what is the order of operations, and then we're going to actually start working out questions. Hopefully. Sometime. We'll get to this slide. Let's try this. Order of operations. How many of you, does anybody in here use like a mnemonic or a way to remember the order of operations? Tiffany, what do you use? Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. And so what is okay, so we use please to get what? What do we get out of the please? Parentheses. We use it to get the P, right? So we've got P should be first. I don't know. There we go. And then excuse. So excuse we use for the E. E, we get the exponents. Okay, here, let's match some of these things up with where they belong. So please excuse exponents, my multiplication, what's the D? Division, okay, Aunt, addition, Sally, subtraction. Now, the only thing that I want people to be careful with like PEMDAS or anything like that is I don't want you to get so attached to PEMDAS that you think multiplication always comes before division. Does multiplication always come before division? No, it's a matter of whether or not what is left of whatever else, right? We work from left to right. So if division is further to the left, I'm going to do division. If multiplication is further to the left, I'm going to do multiplication. Okay, the same way with addition and subtraction. I think that we understand that. At least I hope that we understand that. Okay, has anything gone over anybody's head up to this point? No? We're all good? All on board? Okay. I don't think there's anything else here. So let's see. Let's try to pull up a question. Algebra 1, Lesson 4. Let's see how much of this information we can do. If you guys feel comfortable, I'll release the reins to you. I'll let you get started on your homework. I'll walk around the room. I'll try to help you out where I can. But let's try to answer maybe about 4 or 5 questions, okay, in here. Okay, now you'll see some of this stuff, like down to question number 5, is going to get into like scientific notation. Okay, but this first one, 34 minus 6 divided by 2. Does everybody have this sheet? that they can look at, and you can pull that up. What I want you to do is pull that up. I am going to, let's see, keep this sheet, and let's work out these questions, okay, but I'm going to work them out up here. Okay, so it's a little bit bigger. Let's see, we got 34 minus 6 divided by 2 times 4 plus 6. Okay, let's see. Mia? Okay, I got it right? Okay. Mia, what's my first step in here? Dividing the 6 in 2. What am I going to get? Okay, I got 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bring everything down. Okay, rather than doing multiple steps, let's keep our work right. I think what they call this like the tornado method. Everything should start out big and get narrower and narrower. Okay? McEwen, what would be next? What's your next step? Multiply. Okay? What am I multiplying? 3 and 4 and getting 12. Okay, I got 12. What do I want to do? Bring the rest down. So 34 minus 12 plus 6. Okay? Christian, what's next? Subtraction. So 34 minus 12. What's that? What do I get? 34 minus 12 is... What's that? 22. 22 plus 6, 28. Okay, very good. 28 is our answer. Feeling good about that? Of course, we're going to start off with some easy stuff. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, next question up is, now we're going to throw in a couple more things. We got 24 divided by, parentheses, 3 plus 1. Okay, times 2 cubed. See how we do with that. Okay, minus 3. Okay, Anthony, what's your first step? Parentheses, so what is that? 4, okay? 4, what do I do next, class? Bring everything down. 24 divided by 4 times 2 cubed minus 3. Okay, Caden, what's next? The exponent, so 2 cubed, right? What is 2 cubed? 8, right? So that just comes down as, that's 8. So 24 divided by 4 times 8 minus 3. Okay? Ashlyn, what's next? What's that? No. Look real closely. We got 24 divided by 4 times 8 minus 3. Divide, right? Because it's further left. Okay? What's 24 divided by 4? 6. Guys, yeah, well, you want to go back to your multiplication tables, right? Okay, what times 4 is 24? Hopefully we remember 6. Okay, 6 times 8 minus 3. Okay. Tiffany, which is 48 minus 3. Anybody? Up for grabs? 45. Okay. All right, so 45 is our answer. All right. Let's see, number 3. I'm going to read this off. You guys should have this sitting in front of you. Everybody's got this, right? Okay. So a school is having a fundraiser in which the students sell calendars and raffle tickets. Each calendar costs $19. Okay, so calendars are $19. Okay, each raffle ticket costs $8. So we got raffle tickets are $8. Okay, if a student sold 3 calendars and 9 raffle tickets, evaluate 3 times, oh, they've got all that kind of stuff there. 3 times 9 plus 9 times 8 to find out how much money the student should collect. So they've already actually even written up the expression for you. 3 times 19 plus 9 times 8. Okay, What is the first thing I want to do, Blayton? 19 times 3. What's 19 times 3? And I'm not sitting here with a calculator, so I'm going to have to trust what you tell me. 57. Okay. Look up here. What's 9 times 3? 27. 3. Okay. Well, 3 times 1 is 3 plus. What's that? Should be 67, right? Did I mess something up? Oh, that should be a 2. You're right. See? I do make mistakes. So thank you for catching that. 57. All right, so we got 57 plus 9 times 8. Caden, what's next? Which is? There we go. You thought you were going to be done with those multiplication tables after like the 4th grade, and we're going to use them a lot, okay? And then finally 57 plus 72, 129. Okay? And because this is a word problem, okay, it's a real world problem, we want to make sure that we label it, so we're going to put our dollar symbol up there, right? Great. Feeling pretty good about this so far? Okay. All right, let's move on. Let's try another one. Let's see. And there are 15 questions here, so I want to cover 2 more questions, but I want you guys to scroll through there, and I want you guys to pick 2 questions. Okay, first hand that goes up will be the question that we do. Blayton? 6. Okay, I'm looking at 6 here. All right, I'll write it up. Once it's simplified, we have 4 times, parentheses, 8 plus 4, minus, parentheses, 4 plus 5. All right, Blayton, this was your pick, so help me out here. What's first thing? Is 12. Okay, so I have 4 times 12 minus, parentheses, 4 plus 5. What's next? Okay, so he says 4 plus 5 is 9, so we want the other set of parentheses. Okay, so we got 4 times 12 minus 9. Okay, what's next? 12 times 4. 48 minus 9. 30, not 1, 30, 39. Yep, 39. Okay, double check. 39 is correct. Okay, so that's 1. Okay, somebody else. Somebody not Blatant. Somebody else pick another question in here that you think that you might struggle with on your own. McEwen, number 9. All right, good. It's a good question. All right, we got parentheses 6 times 2 minus 4 cubed over 64. Good. Let's see, what do you think is first? Multiplication. Okay, so we're going to go grouping symbols, right? All right, and then we have to do order of operations. If we have several operations within that grouping symbol, we have to do those in order. So let's go ahead and do that. So 6 times 2 is 12. So we got 12 minus 4 cubed over 64. Okay, next is subtract. Okay, so she says subtract 12 and 4, and that's going to give me what? 8. Okay, so now we have 8 cubed over 64. So we have to find out what 8 times 8 times 8. Well, we know 8 times 8 is 64. 64 times 8 is something bigger than that. Is it 512? Okay, so we're doing our exponent. So we have 512 over 64. Go ahead, tell me what you got. 8. 8 is my answer. All right. Do we feel equipped? Feel ready to go? Give me my homework. Okay. All right. If you guys get stuck, have problems, anything like that, let me know. I'm going to hit stop on this. and hopefully get that recording out to you later today.